Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your email, purchase and pricing question line, straight to me for buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. Reach out to me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing a model launched at Baselworld 2005. This is the Patek Philippe 5078P-001, 38 millimeters in platinum. This timepiece offers little but grace, subtlety, stealth, and sophistication. Relatively slim in profile, you can see it's an easy thing to wear under a cuff at only 10.5 millimeters thick by 44.2 millimeters from lug to lug with a standard 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Let's take a quick look at the hardware and the software. It's simple and spare, as the strap itself is large rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss monotone stitch with a sheer side showing the layers of construction, and on the underside you can see it uses pull tab spring bars so you can quickly remove the straps with nothing more than your thumbnail, and calfskin on the underside, this being a brand new Patek Philippe factory strap, ungouged, uncrimped. There's a simple and spare matching platinum pin buckle to adjust the size of the watch on the wrist, and then you have a case that is graceful and immaculately hand finished. As you can see, not only has it been hand polished, but this is sophisticated welded lug construction. Being a platinum Patek Philippe of the modern era, it has the top Vesselton diamond, brilliant cut between the lugs so you know what material you're looking at. And then you can see the sharp curved break between the lug and the case, indicative of these pieces being made separately and then welded together with all evidence of the welded joint removed manually. This is sophisticated case construction, and since Patek purchased Atelier Réuni in 1981 and started making its own cases, the sophistication of its assemblies has increased consistently year to year, and this is one of the best. The case profile is all rounded and polished, with satin inside the track for the repeater slide and a lovely polished domed bezel sitting over a Grand Faux enamel dial. A white gold base underneath a vitreous or glass-based enamel dial. It is created by up to 20 firings of the glass paint, such as it is, at up to 800 degrees centigrade, a period during which the dial may crack, it may fracture, it may explode, so the rejection rate is high and the production rate is slow, making the use of enamel very special, even in the context of a watch that almost exceeds superlatives. Simple, radially arrayed Roman numerals with blackened white gold hands, and you can see there's a little bit of a lower depression for the sub-register. A separate disc of enamel is used on a lower plane to create that indentation in the dial. You have the black printing, minimal branding, and of course ENAMEL, as ENAMEL is enamel in French, and a railroad-style track outboard for the minute scale. Turn it all over, and the movement does not disappoint. This is caliber R27 PS, repeater, and petit second, and it is all of those things. Automatic winding with a micro rotor and a lovely Grand Doge or barleycorn guilloche rose lathe cut on the mass itself. It has a 43 to 48 hour automatic winding power reserve. It is a free-sprung Gyromax style balance, and as you can see, this is the highest standard of Patek Philippe factory finish, adjusted in 5 positions, which is the high horology and chronometer standard. You can see this is a gorgeous movement in which everything has been finished to the level of excess, which by the standards of minute repeaters means it's close to perfect. Too much is never enough. Black polished strikers with remarkable points. It's not just the black polishing and the beveling, but it's also the pointed details that are difficult, fine, and rare, even in high horology and haute de gamme. Note the level of the beveling on the edge of every bridge. It's broad mirrored and so bright and optically smooth, you don't actually need a loop to appreciate it. Deeply riched and broad Côte de Genève across the bridges. This is broader than commonly used by Patek Philippe and clearly a bracelet wheel, not stamped Côte de Genève. Black polished screw heads with chamfered slots, and then you can see there is a satin finished pair of regulating weights for the governor for the minute repeater, and black polished repeater gongs running all the way around with an engine turned perlage on the base plate. And now we are going to hear the minute repeater. By the way, none of this is water resistant, as Patek rates the 5078 and the 5178 moisture and dust resistant only. The movement, adjusted in 5 positions and free sprung, beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. And we're going to set the repeater. Hopefully I've set it just about perfectly. music to the ears and a feast for the eyes. We'll throw it on the wrist real quick and get a sense of how it fits on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. Nothing could be more natural. Compact, and again, only 44 millimeters from lug to lug. This is a watch that wears on a wrist of any size. Unisex option, you better believe it. A timepiece that's discreet, a secret between you and your watch in white metal with a simple 3-hand dial. Only you know how special the timepiece will be, and to the extent that it draws comments, it draws them from watch nerds and true connoisseurs, the kind of folks you're going to want to know. Make friends and influence people with the Patek Philippe 5078P. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com.